conscience. You know, these things, sometimes I think about it deeply. I sometimes don't even bother about what has happened to Mohbad. I bothered about the role these people who should know, because of the society that they live in, who should know that there is something wrong that ought to be corrected in situations like this. And you begin to wonder, and every night, every day, they continue pursuing this agenda of incorrectness. You know, it is insane. It is really hard to think that from this same society that these people are living in, they can still foster falsehood as the truth, and they can stand on falsehood and promote it, and also have sleepless nights promoting falsehood. You know, it begins to trouble a lot. Sometimes I begin to examine even myself as why am I thinking in this manner? Am I still on the wrong side or on the right side? You know, you begin to examine your own thoughts carefully to be sure that, okay, are these people saying something differently that we are not seeing, that the whole public or everybody is not seeing, that makes them begin to support falsehood? But you see the bias, and you see the nonchalant attitude, and you see the deep-rooted wickedness in human, exhibited in public spaces without care. You know, this is troubling. Not even that the police have not worked well, but what the role the public has played in suppressing truth, the role these people have consistently coming out every now and then, telling themselves consistent lies, hoping that everybody will believe this lie as the truth. You know, it's maddening, and it is baffling that we live in society like this as a black man, and then we cannot see this correctness. We cannot see the correctness in our acts and in the way we behave. And then we begin to have sleepless nights, promoting falsehood as the truth, and then using biases like someone is a widow, someone Baba is he's the only one standing for truth, and you cannot see the wrong he is doing, and he's persistent with it, and he's not even hiding it. Mohbad is not hiding the fact that he doesn't want to pursue justice. He's not hiding it. He's the only man that I've seen that had a son with him. And the only thing, the job the son does is to go to coroner inquest. In fact, Sanshitu should be ashamed of himself as a son attending coroner inquest. That was the only job Sanshitu appears to have done in this case. Apart from going on a legal voyage, what I call legal voyage, taking them on a legal ride to sue the DPP, and then telling Baba Mohbad that, and their group, and those groups, you have people like Ishak, who you should know. You have virgins, you have people, at least these people, they have this level of education beyond the type of Konfi and even Buki Jesse. If Buki Jesse can come out for the first time in the public to tell us that he just got an information from someone that Mohbad may not get justice because Baba Mohbad sued the DPP and all the rest, that he just got to know. You know, they weren't aware. No sense of awareness in whatever they do, even when they were wrong. No sense of awareness in them. No sense of awareness to get justice. No sense of awareness. You can see it. It is clear. All those seeking justice the right way, you will see the awareness in whatever they do. You can feel it, you can read it. But these people do not have this awareness. And then they go all over the place, damaging the justice system as much as they can, polluting people's mind, taking away their sleep because of their falsehood. bringing tears to people's eyes. People even pay money and they suffer for paying money to get justice. People donated money and they cry despite donating money and not getting the purpose for which their money was donated for. And this same man will walk and tell everybody he doesn't have money to go to Abuja to pursue justice for his son. Who should be taking night bus to Abuja? Who should be taking night bus to Abuja if not Baba Mohbad? He wants everything on comfort. He wants a flight ticket and he wants the public to donate the flight ticket for him. You could hear Bukky Jesse saying that even Baba Mohbad's lawyer told Baba Mohbad that he should go to the public whenever they don't have money to do anything. He should go to the public and get money off them, that the public loves him. They obviously knew what they were doing. And it's so sad. It is so sad. This son is nobody else's son but Baba Mohbad's son. Is Mohbad so wicked to the father that he doesn't deserve any form of honor to get justice for him from the father? Is it so bad that after his demise, the father and all the family that should have helped him, none of them is looking back to help him? Why are these people so terrible in this act of wickedness? And then they rub it in our face. They rub it in our face. This is the most annoying aspect of it. We could all see the game Baba Mohbad was playing. He had some money left with the critical dummies, and he wanted that money because of the quarrels that they had. And so he wanted to use the other side of the public to get back at them. And then he did that. And you could see the games. Baba Mohbad playing games. He's releasing a DNA court order that he needs to do this DNA abroad. Baba Mohbad still wanted to travel abroad. You can just imagine. Still wanted to take people on a jamboree or abroad.
To take money from people. That's why he posted that fake stuff.
Yes, to take money from people. He knew people will want to donate and Baba Mohbad, we are going abroad. We needed money. We needed all these things. And this was the same journey Shodomite and all the rest are pursuing underneath. They are silent about it. That is why she's out. Trying to propagate, okay, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? Baba Mohbad, they've asked him to do DNA, he doesn't have money. And even in Baba Mohbad's comment, you will see that DNA was paramount in his comment. That we all should pay attention, that this is the last lap of it. We should pay attention to the DNA. When in the same breath, we've been told that they've done the DNA. Yabo joined their WhatsApp group. They've done the DNA. They know the result. They know everything. Baba Mohbad also know the result. Iya Mohbad also know the result. And now they went on a court jamboree. Why didn't Baba Mohbad go to court and force Wunmi to present the result that they've done in that WhatsApp group? Tell her to present that result. At least they did that in an hospital. And Iya Mohbad confessed that they've done the result. They've done the DNA. Why is it not bringing these people back so they can present the result in their own hand first, and then if there's any discrepancies, then he cannot do his own? All these things they know. The lawyer knows. No legal. It was too obvious for even the feeble mind to know that there was no strategy, no legal strategy to get justice for Mohbad. The all strategy that they have was to take money from the public. That was why they sued the DPP, and then them each talk and they quickly raised 5 million naira to give to Sanshitu to appeal the judgment of the court. And the result of this to this is nobody can tell you what they are doing about it. And they just collected 5 million on that on a go. And he wants the public to still foot the bill of his ineptitude. Foot the bill of the DNA that they wants to do, that even the result will be shocking when it comes out. The result will be shocking to all the people that donated money. The funniest thing is that the public, some of them still have this sympathy for this man. After all this rendezvous that he has done, taking everybody on a jolly ride of free fall. Jolly ride of free fall, of injustice. He never signed any single way forward for justice for Mohbad. He never did for once. Baba Mohbad never did for once. Sue anybody, even people who sued and presented documents to him, Baba Mohbad will always find a way around it not to sign those documents. Odumosu. When Odumosu said Baba Mohbad was presented with documents for them to pursue the phone forensic, and Baba Mohbad avoided that, refused to sign, that day I knew Baba Mohbad was even worse than Wunmi. That day Odumosu came out in public space. In public space. Baba Mohbad refused to sign documents to get Mohbad's phone forensic that could help with his case. He failed woefully. The same problem he was in right now is also his failure to sign documents to sue people in the house. Baba Mohbad is closely connected with what happened to Mohbad, or after the things happened to him. Baba Mohbad played a very key role, that if anything or any investigation or proper investigation is done, it will be revealed as even the worst culprit. In the first place, Mohbad demise was never reported by the family to the police. Never officially. There was a report to the police that Mohbad had passed on and all that, and there was a crime in the house. He never did. Baba Mohbad never did. And he went ahead to bury Mohbad, which is a major exhibit. Mohbad's body is a major exhibit in this homicide case. He had buried him before the police now was invited, maybe 5 or 9 days after. Before the police now came in. First, the thing the police will have done is to arrest Baba Mohbad, because a crime was suspected to have been committed, and you had buried the evidence that could have helped with the unveiling the crime. Baba Mohbad failed woefully. He should have been arrested. That was the first thing the police should have done. Arrest Baba Mohbad, and then they start their investigation. Why did they fail to report that Mohbad passed on at home? Untimely, and a suspected crime must have been committed. And for any suspected crime, you must make a report. But any effort by any individuals to bury that person committed a crime. Obstruction of justice.
Don't forget that he saw blood also. We say he saw blood.
He saw blood, and Baba Mohbad never told anybody. In his first interview, the first interview Baba Mohbad did, Baba Mohbad was asked, "What did you observe any foul play?" He said no. He said, "One can nurse can funny injection ugbodi lare." The nurse was invited, he was given injection, and then the injection took a turn for the worst on him, and his health deteriorated. They asked, did they suspected any foul play? Baba Mohbad said no, he didn't suspected any foul play. That was his first interview. That first interview begins to ring bell every now and then in my head. And then Paparano did made mention of something that is key in Baba Mohbad citing blood. Does it look like it was an afterthought? Maybe someone informed him that Mohbad bled profusely. So Baba Mohbad wanted to play himself into it. Possibly maybe Mama Mohbad's sister Folashade's account. was what made, because it was thereafter. Baba Mohbad initially never told anybody Mohbad bled. He saw Mohbad's blood. He never told anybody. He was the only one who said he was comfortable with what happened to Mohbad. That he didn't suspected anybody except for the nurse that they said he gave him injection, and that was his story. And then he begins to change this story. Many of us will say, Baba Mohbad's story has been consistent. It has not been consistent. There have been changes over and over, modifications and modifications. Baba Mohbad modified the story that the blood, he later saw blood. He modified the story.
It was even a scripted story that was fixated on one direction. It was a scripted story that never said, oh, I forgot to add this. Oh, when I was going, my daughter called me. Oh, Prime Boy also called me. Have you heard Baba Mohbad made mention of Prime Boy calls? In all the storyline. But Prime Boy, who was tagged as a suspect in this case, called you Baba, but you can never remember that in your memory. Prime Boy has stated this twice or once. I have heard him on the VDM that I called the father 2 times and he picked. And you're giving us a scripted story, you omitted that one. The same person that later. The same person that was later alleged to find your son or has on in his death, you never made mention of this anywhere. That truly Prime Boy called me when I was there. All the storyline was not just considered, it was the scripted story that he has been reading out from every time he goes out there, he will read it out there.
He kept modifying the stories.
Why won't he thereafter, after it was done that the daughter called Insider, that this man could not fix that into his storyline today?
Do you know the story? I get you. Do you know the story that... Wait. Do you know the story that Blessing called him? This story was told by his own brother. Baba Mohbad never told anybody. It was his own brother that was called, and then I could remember that I think Candy or some other people were interviewing him. I even had the video.
Insider, let me respond to Stardust. I don't know who you are, but get your fish brain working now. Let me open your fish brain so that I can put human brain inside your fish brain. Okay? Listen to what I want to tell you now. Maybe you are abroad or you are in Nigeria. If you are abroad, I'm disappointed in you. If you are in Nigeria, no problem. Maybe you were somewhere in one remote area. You don't know what life is all about. We are Yoruba people. We are intelligent. Just even leave Yoruba out of it. Let's sit down. For someone who was narrating us a story and omitted the part of his own daughter, first daughter of that matter, called him on his way to Mo's house. And he forgot that part in the entire story of his scripted narration. How could you, the first thing you will say when somebody dies, how you hear the information, you can never forget how you get that information, which is to say, yes, the mother called you. But the daughter confirmed that when you were on your way to the house, so it wasn't that you went there to see a shocking thing. They've already informed you before you got to that house that this person is dead. You were only going there to confirm. So you have a different reaction when you meet somebody suddenly that he has been dead before you get there. Now you didn't hear any information, but you were formally being pre-informed, if any English is like that, that somebody is dead, so person. You going there was, okay, let me go and confirm with my eye, which to you, the same tribe, the Yoruba you are talking about, is an abomination for you, father, to go ahead after you have been called, you have been told on your way to that place. Normally, you were not supposed to get to Mo's house. You were supposed to send somebody, a closer person to you, to go and verify this news for you. If you want to uphold that culture. Because you say you are not supposed to see his dead body. According to your culture that you are narrating to us, as if your own Yoruba is different from our own Yoruba. Maybe your Yoruba is from India or from Ghana. Because you are saying that you are not supposed to you forget the part that you are not supposed to see the body. You went ahead to get to the house to verify that okay, this person is spy, but it wasn't at that moment. It wasn't a shocking revelation to you because you have already been informed that this person is gone. You are only going there to confirm that. So your reaction should be quite different from what you are telling us. You can't react in that manner to say that you made there. You saw over 100 people in the house, and you couldn't take any action further. Because your daughter called you, and you are telling me now that I shouldn't include that in his storyline. And he came back to even react to it, and he called me and hung up the phone. Say, oh, he can be talking to you guys who are fools. I'm sorry to use that word. Who are donkeys, who doesn't know what they are doing. I'm sorry to use that word also. You need to think out of your fish brain and wear human brain on your head and think like human. If you guys are still fixated on supporting this man, this crook, this pretender who went to Berekete, he's not looking for money to go back to the same Berekete. Berekete that you can call and he will send you money. You people are just following a scripted story that doesn't make sense. You follow the dead body of your son to Ikorodu, and you say you are having culture. In his storyline, who did he actually call for that whole thing? Ask me. Who is that person you actually called throughout the night that I called my younger brother, I called my sister when I got there? At least you cannot be confused not to call your church member. You cannot be confused that people will not be calling you that you don't remember all those storylines. You gave us a story, you took it.
Is he done talking? Oh, it's gone. Oh, you're back. Hi. Now,
you want to engage me. If you want to engage me, I will respond to me. Not others. Okay, now
actually irrelevant to the cause.
Let me ask you a simple question. Wait. Starboy, just wait. Let me ask you a simple question. Okay, are you a Yoruba woman or you are not? Can you hear me? Unmute and talk to me. You don't need to mute yourself. I just want to engage you. Can you somebody unmute her? Maybe she doesn't know she's doing. Unmute. Now you don't come. Sorry. I'm asking you a simple question. Hold on before. Just wait.
Your question is
no, wait. Hello, excuse me. If you think it's irrelevant, I will drop you. I will mute you.
I'm focused on
what question. If you want to engage me, I will respond to. I'm muting you. I mute you because I want you to listen. I will answer any question that you will ask me this moment. Okay? And I want you to answer me. Are you a Yoruba woman or you are not? First, then you continue talking. I will not interject you. Go ahead. Answer me that question, then you go ahead.
I was born, I'm Igbo. I was born and raised in Lagos. Lived all my life in Lagos. I live in England now, but born and raised in Lagos. And I see that as a totally irrelevant question, because that has nothing to do with the cause of why Mohbad died. There were people in that house, but all I'm seeing on social media is people attacking somebody that was not even present in the house when that boy died. Where is the focus on the people in the house? That is my question to you. Why is there so much focus? Why is there so much? Hold on. Somebody died. Somebody died in his own house.
No, stand on, let me flow. You asked me.
Is the character they're attacking? Is the character
please.
Of getting justice.
Now listen, let me respond to you. Mommy Queen, please allow me to respond. Now let me respond to you, my sister. I love the way you started this from, and I love that fact. The fact that you were Mohbad today, that question is this. You will not refrain from suing those in the house. You just hit the nail on the point. And that is what we are talking now. If truly this man wants justice, right? And like you rightly said, he was not in the house. Let me be clear with that. He wasn't in the house. They did confirm that he was in the house before this guy died. So I'm going to exonerate him from that angle. But his action thereafter, after they brought a lawsuit to him, that Baba, these people in this house, we found them not clean with what they are saying. If Adura came out or slash Jamola and alleged that this is how Cynthia pushed down my brother and he hit his head on the floor and died, and Yomi was running with this narrative, you say you don't know what happened, but this is a confessional statement from those in their house, okay? And Adura came out to confirm that storyline, that video exists, and it's 10-minute video. We expect the father thereafter to not say there's a clue how this person died. You know what I mean? I want to work.
So you're telling me that you expect the father to carry out the job of the Nigerian police?
No, my sister, just wait. Don't go there. Just wait.
You're saying, hold on.
Do you want to put the blame on the Nigerian police now, or we are focusing on the father?
Hold on.
It is the father reaction we are talking about.
What is the point of having a police if they are not there to protect and serve you?
Okay, good.
Why are you paying your tax to the police if they are not there to protect and serve you?
Okay, now
hold on. Why has a murder been committed and it is left for the father to do the whole investigation of the murder? Why do we have police? Why do we have people in the police to investigate things like
this? You just went to the police again.
You're calling out the wrong people.
Oh, just hold on now. Just wait, my sister. Don't mix it up. No. You're making it. You are mixing it up. Just hold on. If you allege some part, we'll deal with it, then we'll continue, okay? Now you just went to the police side of the matter. Police, if you saw that police is not doing the right thing, every public will be calling out this police, including me, including you. Can you please hold on? Can you please let me respond to you? Let me respond to you? You and I have agreed that police have not done the right thing. Calm down, my sister. Don't shift attention from Baba Mohbad to police. Ab initio, from the beginning, police told him, this is our model of operandi. This is how we operate in Nigeria. When something happens, you report to the jurisdiction where it happens. From the Mr. Loba's storyline, they told him, go back to where that thing happened. We don't have the power to give you police cover. The man refused. According to his story, he said they wasted his time. That is the man.
I'm sorry, maybe we've listened. Maybe we've both.
Can you please hold on? Can you allow me to give you this story about police? I'm not exonerating police. I am still telling you the man did not listen to police instruction. Where you are in your London, if police told you, come back from your car, put your hand behind your back, what will you do? You will do it immediately. Either right or wrong.
At least I know that if a murder is committed, they're not going to tell me.
Leave that part. Leave that part. But listen to me. Instruction of the police, either right or wrong, you were supposed to follow that instruction first and foremost and carry it out. If they were wrong in their own instruction, then thereafter the public will have judged them based on that. Police,
yourself speak. You should let other
I'm
people.
talking to you. You are shifting my attention from Mr. London
Guys,
to the
1 minute.
police.
Guys, 1 minute. Guys, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Speaking.
1 minute, please. Stardust, welcome. Can you please educate us about this case and tell us what you think we are doing wrong as Nigerians? Don't forget, this is our country, and we believe that we are fighting for the cause of justice. We know we want to live in a crime-free environment. A lot of us, we've traveled abroad. We know how things are done, and we want to hold criminals accountable for whatever offense they've committed. And that's why we've been advocating for justice since the beginning of this case. There's a lot of ups and downs, sometimes disappointment, names calling. Yeah, what do you think people are doing wrong in this case?
Papariano, thank you for having me on your platform. I think this is probably the second time I'll be on this platform, but I've been following this since it happened. I've been following this for a very long time. What I do not appreciate is, first of all, the picking of sides. Everybody has a team or everybody has a side. The focus has been removed from what actually killed the boy and who killed the boy to favoritism. And that's the problem with Nigerians, is that we like to favor, we like to have celebs and faves that they can never do no wrong in our eyes. So where will somebody die in their house and the Nigerian police cannot investigate it, and you leave it to the father to carry on the investigation, and we should all be cool with it? We should all be fine, because that's how the Nigerian police is. Please, are we ever, as a country, ever going to move away from that mindset? Or is it that we do not feel like we deserve good things as people, as Nigerians, so we have to settle? We have to settle for the police to act anyhow or to do anyhow? The police are meant to be investigating this, not Mohbad's father. He was not in that house when that happened. Why are we not focused on the people that were actually in the house? You do not see this sort of murders happening around the world, and then they leave the focus to the people outside the house. Why is it taking 2 years for them to carry out an investigation? There's 200 million people in Nigeria. People die every day from
Can you
different
please
things.
let her say her own thing first?
The whole attack on someone that was literally not there. And bear in mind, don't say, oh, I've heard that man speak, and his stories have been very, very, very consistent. On every platform that I have listened to him speak, very consistent. Rather, the other people that were in the house have had inconsistent stories. So why is the focus not on the inconsistent stories that we've been hearing? My point is, the attention should, and the energy, everybody's feeling hurt about what has happened. The attention and the energy should only be focused on the people in the house 24 hours, 72 hours before that boy died. Any other thing apart from that is, we're all wasting our time. We are all wasting our time. Thank you. Mr. Rotimi can carry on.
Inside the comment.
Stardust, where have you been all this while? Because it seems you are not following the case as appropriately as you should. You are cherry-picking events the way you feel can buttress your one-sided story of supporting Baba Mohbad. Let me give you a breakdown of what has happened. Baba Mohbad was given money, right, to conduct autopsy and toxicology on Mohbad. Till this day, he has failed to tell the public where the autopsy and toxicology was conducted. One, Baba Mohbad has gone ahead to visit Berekete, and Berekete, an human rights activist who was trying to help him get justice for his son, told us that Baba Mohbad has moved on. The family are no longer interested in pursuing justice for the son. This same Baba Mohbad buried Mohbad without informing the Nigerian police that a crime was committed in the house when he saw blood. Are you aware of all this?
Very much aware.
Now, that kind of a father who up till now have failed to sign, maybe you are not aware, his major problem with his own group. He has a group. We are not part of his group. His group presented some names for him to sign. Those people you were claiming we should focus attention on, the people in the house. Now, every one of us here have called Baba Mohbad and his team on several occasions that they should do a civil suit against these people. At least they should come and talk their own and let the public know about the roles that each individual has played. If possible, there could be criminal indictment for them. Baba Mohbad, why is running up and down? That is very hot right now, is that he has failed to sign that document. And this is not his first time of consenting to documents that will help the public get headway in getting justice for Mohbad. The second time was his lawyer Odumosu, who said he presented a letter of consent to Baba Mohbad for them to seek legal framework to extract phone forensic to help unravel what happens to Mohbad. Baba Mohbad failed to sign that document to this day. Don't you see that man? He's not in the house, but is preventing justice to flow. Is hampering the cause of justice. That is the role we see him play every now and then.
I understand you. So what was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Pardon?
What was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Now, maybe you don't understand it.
Because you want him to sign a document for these people to come out and give their testimony. But some of these people have already spoken during the coroner's inquest. So again, what was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Now, have you heard about the verdict of the coroner inquest? Have you?
I've heard it. That's why I'm asking. What was the point of all of that?
What was the outcome of the verdict? Was it favorable or unfavorable?
It was unfavorable, of course.
So what is wrong?
Insider, I think let's take time to explain things to her. I don't think she.
The point I'm trying to make is that you're going through the same approach to try and get a different result, but it's still going to come back with the same results. That's why I asked. What approach do you think? What was the point of the coroner's inquest? Because these same people that you want to go and sit down now and ask them what happened, they've given their statements already during the coroner's inquest. So do you think that they're going to have another court hearing and they're actually going to come out and say the truth?
Yeah. You know, in the coroner, there are limitations. There are limitations in the civil case. There will be a cross-examination in such a way that you will bring your own evidence, and it will be like a trial process. You get, and which can easily. The purpose of coroner is not to trial anybody. It's not to accuse anybody or trial anybody. It's just like it's very light. It's a very light kind of informational inquiry gathering. So the coroner will not do much in trying to accuse people or taking them to some certain angles. Coroner is just trying to get some certain information that will help the coroner to establish her own fact. Her fact may not be our fact. If I have a fact that somebody has committed a crime, right, you may not see things that way. It's for me to take my fact to court. Yeah. Now you see, actually, like you said, you were very right. You were very correct when you said that the focus should be on the actual suspect, those that committed the crime, those that were in the house when Mohbad died. But don't forget that we all speaking here, none of us were in the house. None of us know what happened, but we have a bad feeling that something strange, something terrible might have happened, right? We don't have an evidence to this thing, so we keep looking for it. And one way for us to know what had happened is to inform the police about the situation and hear back from their investigation, right? In the beginning, the police came out, they said they've invited 26 people, that they've investigated them. Police investigate in their own way. And so they said they've investigated the police, they've investigated the 26 people. And so this is what they have. They say 5 people were declared suspect. The remaining one remain persons of interest. Persons of interest are anybody that are present in the crime scene. After investigation, if police finds anything incriminating, then you will now be detained, and you will now be prepared to be taken to the court, and you remain a suspect even at that. And until you are convicted by a court, you are still not a criminal, right? Until you have been, even when police arrest you, detain you, prepare to take you to court, you are still a suspect, because police has found something. But when police found nothing after investigating, you're no longer a suspect. You remain a person of interest, somebody who were there when it all happened. Now, the most important thing here is the investigation. Police have done. Can you guys hear me? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So police have done their investigation, and in their investigation, they said they listed out some specific things that the nurse was implicated, that nurse injected Mohbad, and there were a lot of changes, But now we're looking from the outside. We were not in the house. Don't forget, right? We only have to listen to whatever everyone is saying. One, police has gone in there. Police have had access to do some certain investigation, which me and you will not have access to, right? So now we are still doubting the police, that we don't believe in whatever the police is doing, okay? Because it's not just answering necessary questions. We see Mohbad in some situations that, we expected more corroborative answers to why things went the way they went, right? But we feel like we don't have these answers. And as a public, we now came together and said, okay, let us put in our funding and let's go do this investigation by ourselves, because we don't trust government investigation. Actually, the government is not starting to investigate Mohbad case. They have investigated it, and they have their own result already. Just like any country will do, it is the job of the government to investigate crime in every country around the world. And when they investigate their crime, they're going to have their evidence, which they have. Now, in the side of the public may not be pleased without evidence, right? So now there still is space for whoever that is not pleased to go do their own investigation, and whatever they found, they can as well table it. So in this case, we put our support behind the father. I contributed my money. I also told people to contribute, and the main goal was to investigate it, to bring private investigators to get. And anyway, this person, what they call it, almost success for further, accusing Wunmi wrongfully, or for further threatening Wunmi, or saying things that are not suitable. You understand? Are not suitable. So. Yeah, if they are going to be fair to Wunmi and say nice things that are fair, there's no issue. There's no issue with them mentioning her name. She's just trying to protect her good name here, and she's trying to redeem herself. The same way Naira Marley and Sam Larry has come out to redeem themselves, and Very Dark Man was carrying them along, and you guys are celebrating Very Dark Man, right? Wunmi too has felt like, Corona don't end. Corona did not say I came bad. Right? Police investigation don't end. Yes, some people are still coming after me. Let me use court to comfort them too. And she's within her right. Since you refuse to do the right thing, she cannot be looking at you all the time and be going like this. You have to bring your evidence. That evidence we Corona no get, police no get. Maybe you get them. So you go bring the evidence out. She understand? And when hand touch you, it's just like, I don't even know why Vengeance name is not here. Vengeance, especially that Vengeance, he won't go seek asylum. But before he seek asylum, using say Nigeria is bad to him. No matter where you are, if we can prove that, if it can be proven the level of atrocity you have committed, no country in the world will take you. No country. That your general, that your punishment for that. That alone, that itself